So yeah, I'm waiting for dinner, so I'm just playing another game real soon. Let's
Alright, we
see.
guys ready? Gonna talk?
No,
Um,
it's not.
right now
Oh, it's
loading
good.
screen is
Alright, we're fucking
on.
good. Finally.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
Hey.
shit.
I was just putting this off. Okay, let's go. So I'm playing Hackerim, who's pretty much my favorite champion. I think I have like an 80% win ratio on him. He's really strong, only pretty squishy early game. So on Hecarim you want to be careful early on in the jungle, just because counter jungling is really strong against him. Playing against Trundle, who's actually pretty good in counter jungling. His Q is pretty decent, lowers your attack damage, dealing some extra damage. So all in all, pretty nice kill. His pillar will definitely block movement, so you have to be careful that he doesn't catch you off guard. Um, I'm playing against a couple of squishies. I really like this because Hecarim works well against people who don't have many escapes. Lux, for instance, only has flash to get away, so after you get her to pop it, she will no longer have any escapes. You do have to be careful for her stun, but if you use your ultimate to engage, you will be vulnerable to crowd control. Varus also has no escapes. He does have a stun, so on Varus you also want to try and use your ultimate. When I look at our team comp, I do kind of like it. We have some tankiness in the form of me, Hecarim, and Tarek. Um, Ezreal is pretty strong early game, and if you build him correctly, he will do a lot of damage. Kassadin is more of a late game hero, and we'll definitely have to check if I can get an early gank going on Lux. Kassadin will probably be playing a bit defensive, meaning Lux can definitely push up her lane, allowing me to pick up an early gank. So Derek uses a build I haven't seen that much before, picking up a fairy charm, 4 potions and 4 wards in a potion. Normally I like to take at least 1 vision ward, just because it allows you to counter ward an enemy player, allowing for a jungler to make an easy entrance. However, looking at him, I believe that he might not have went into utility, and if you don't, you miss a lot of gold, especially if you don't take the gold masteries. So the 4 ward build becomes a bit more acceptable. Probably he went at least 21 in defense, and then either 9 in offense or 9 in utility.
Minions have spawned.
So Kassadin goes back to buy a ward, which is definitely nice to have against Trundle. So personally, I'm a bit more fan of Trundle in the of Jarvan in the jungle instead of Trundle, just because his ultimate is really nice in picking off enemy players. So pop a ward, get some damage down. Always use the W just to be sure and get some extra damage out, to get some extra sustain. And immediately afterwards I move in towards my jungle. Right now I'm not really sure if I want to go red immediately or go back towards my wolves first, just because I'm a bit low health and Trundle is a pretty strong counter jungler. So that being said, I would rather sacrifice my red buff than have the risk of walking into Trundle when I'm doing red buff. So pop another ward, not really sure if it's needed, but better to be sure than to have a bit of a... I see Lux is on the left side of the jungle, and it kinda looks like I could be right on the jungle invade. of Trundle. So I do not pick a skill point yet, just because I want to be able to pick my E if needed. Move towards my red buff. Red buff is still there. Just walking a bit around. I kind of want to be sure there's no problem. So pick up Q. Move towards red buff. Check the damage 650. You can always see the HP here. On Hecarim I like to, on my journals I like to watch it, and I smite it just to be sure. So move back onto my raids. Almost level 4. Okay, so reach level 4, pick my E, move towards... Oh, I see Trundle coming in for a gank. And I quickly counter-initiate to pick up the kill on Trundle. So this is actually pretty good for us, because Kesselin gets a kill and we're able to put a lot of damage out on Lux. So in the first time I wanted to go top to assist Jace, just because he's a bit behind right now, being killed by Jarvan early game. However, I quickly noticed that Trundle tried to gank Kassadin, and because I was so close I was able to quickly ghost, E, and put my damage out on Trundle. I do think it's actually pretty nice, because now I'm able to reach level 5 really quickly. So right now I just want to get some early damage. So pick a point of Q. I will be going for Spirit Stone, just for the extra damage against creeps. It will also give me a lot of regen, which I need to stay in game longer. So I have 250 left, so I buy a ward, a couple of potions, and I head back into lane. I'm kind of hoping for Ghost to spawn. I didn't keep the timer on it, but there's a decent chance it will be by the time I'm there. After Ghost I will go Golems and move into top lane to try and get a gank going. So no Ghost yet, so instead I will try and take Golems real quick. I have 21 seconds on my smite, however I have a couple of potions with me, so I should definitely be able to take them down quite easily. Jarvan has gone back already, so the chances that he bought a ward are quite large, but I do still want to stay here for a moment and just check if I can get some damage going. I'm kind of waiting for his E. I get a call to combat. I do not rest. And I just move back. Timer on momentarily is 6:30, meaning that in probably around 30 seconds there will be a buff spawning at the enemy blue. And if I notice the jungle either bot, then I might try and take it. So I kind of want to get the deep ward going, just around here, and move towards the enemy blue buff. I wait. Trundles, I see Trundle coming. And I pull back, move around. Okay, so most likely we're going to find Trundle. Oh yeah, we get him. I'm quickly able to get some damage out, and we pick up a double kill. Moving towards blue buff, we see Jarvan, and I decide to just go towards blue buff. As long as I can keep vision on Jarvan, I will not take the blue buff, because Kassadin right now is low, and giving him blue buff will definitely help him in lane. So I'll look at his item build. He has 2 potions left, so he's probably going to go back into mid lane. And I decide to pick up Ghost, Wolves, and then blue buff. I'm not really sure if it's a good idea, just because Trundle might go into my jungle trying to get blue buff. So instead of going wolves first, I will first take my blue buff, just to be sure. So W is coming up again, Q is at level 3 right now. I have my E, which I like to use either to escape or to go into the enemy team. One thing to always keep in mind with Hecarim is that if you use your E, you should always try to walk past the enemy and then back if you have the room, because then if you do it like that, you pull them back a bit instead of pushing them into their own tower and putting them in a more secure spot. So right now I see I wanted to go for a gank, but I see Hecarim of Castellan going back. So I move around in a bit in a ganking position, hoping for him to move a bit back. So right now Castellan made a bit of a mistake by overextending, going on a tower. He received a shot and okay, so I make the mistake of believing I can take down Lux with the ultimate, and I suffer the consequences for it. So it's never smart to die on the tower if you don't know for sure if you can take him. And just because Lux was able to put out a lot of shielding, she survived and I failed. So right now I just want to take a look at the farm, and I see that Varus has 70 farm against Ezreal 53, so he's a bit behind. So right now I just want to pick up red buff, move towards bot lane and try and get a gank. I notice that Castellan is bot right now, and I see Lux is missing, so I just quickly ping that he's missing, hoping they return. It's quite possible that he's either come back to buy items just because he had a double kill just now, but it's also a possibility that he's trying to bait out on bot lane. So we pick up a kill bot lane, again on Castellan, which is pretty nice because Lux has a lot of kills already. The kills on Castellan will definitely help our roaming potential. So I move back up. I notice that Jace is pretty low, and I'm kind of hoping that he stays back so I can take him down. I definitely have the damage right now. So move backwards, move in the jungle, and I quickly do the ultimate past him, and I pick up an early kill. So right now we're 1 kill behind, which isn't that bad. I have 1 kill, just checking everything. Castellan has 4 kills right now, with 4 kills on Lux, so Lux is going to be pretty beefy, meaning I will probably have to build some magic resist just to be able to tank the damage of her. To be honest, it's a bit of an advantage to have both the mid lane is so fat, because if one lane has more kills than the other, they're probably going to snowball a bit. So I move towards my wolves, look at the money, and I see that I have enough to buy my first items. I'm hoping to pick up both the Spirit of the Elder's Lizard as my primarily damaging item, together with the first part of my Mercury Threads. So 500 for the Spirit of the Elder Lizard, 400 for my null magic mantle, meaning I have 90 left. Pick up another ward, not really sure if it's worth it. I notice that top lane is dying, and I decide to move towards top lane in order to defend our top turret. Right after this I definitely want to go bot lane, though I notice that Cassidy is also going there right now. So just to scare the enemy jungler, I stay around a bit, making sure he can't engage my turret. So right now I do think we're a bit behind, but not so much that we can come back. So notice that Lux is behind the enemy team, and I really hope that the ignite I just noticed was that of Kassadin, but apparently not. So 2 kills behind, move towards this bush. No, it's not there. And I move towards mid turret just to protect it against trouble. So I notice that our blue buff is coming up, and I just want to push down the turret a bit before moving towards blue buff to protect it in case Lux decides that she can take it. Most likely she's already gone back. Damn it, Chase is just so far behind right now. And he's probably going to die. But I can't help him, so I just follow my initial plan of giving blue buff to Kassadin. Kassadin picks up blue buff, fills his ultimate, and I notice that Jace got away for a bit, so I move towards my own jungle. I notice also Trundle's there, and I just pop my ghost, just because I really want to be there quickly. Move towards Tribush, and I notice Lux is making the mistake of getting into our jungle. So I do this just before 50 minutes. I wasn't really sure if Baron was up already, but he wasn't. And right after we get killed, Baron spawns. So if Baron would have spawned earlier, we would have taken some damage, but I don't think it would have been able to kill us. Look at the tower, look at my people, and I do notice that they want me to come bottom, and they are right, I definitely should be there. But the game has been dictating my movements until now. I have been playing really reactively, haven't been able to set up any ganks, and I also had to pay a lot of attention towards bot lane. So I'm pretty sure they have wards, but just my presence there allows me to relieve some pressure on bot lane. I did notice though that Trundle was getting into the jungle, probably trying to intercept me as I was trying to gank bot lane. But I noticed it and I decided not to pursue, just because I don't want to give away kills to the enemy team. So I move back into my jungle, try and pick up red buff, and after that I want to come back towards bottom lane. So I notice Jarvan moving, I think. Reach level 11, check my damage. Yeah, so I got the red buff, move towards mid, and after this I really want to go back. But yeah, I do kind of want to defend our turret for a bit. So I just recall right now. I have 1100, which is pretty nice, so I can at least pick up my mercury threads. And I want to pick up first item for Sheen. Just because the damage of the enemy team is really focused on Lux, I want to get some damage earlier so I can perhaps take her down before she's able to put pressure on me and kill me. So look at the score right now. I see Varus has 110 minion farm, Ezreal has 85, so it's pretty far behind. And I'm kind of just waiting to see. So I use the ultimate and force the enemy Varus to flash out. However, I would have definitely liked to get some damage out. So they're still there. Don't really want to go on the tower, so I just move towards mid lane. And put some damage out. So I accidentally used my ghost, So that will definitely cause some damage. So Kazan has been playing a bit too aggressive, getting caught in the light bindings of Lux, meaning he has to go back again. I noticed Jarvan is bot, and I move towards the enemy turret, hoping to be there in time for a counter gank. So I move forward, stay in the tri-bush, and I go in. So I don't want to engage just because I have 10 seconds left on my ultimate. And together I just help push a bit, hoping to get near the enemy turret. So I've been paying a bit of attention to the bottom lane, hoping to just relieve some pressure, allow Ezreal to catch up on farm, and maybe take down the turret. So I move back just because I see the enemy Jarvan going in for a kill, and I really don't want to be here.
Send me to battle.
So instead, for 2 kills, we trade 1 turret, as Jace is able to push the top turret. However, I do quickly notice that the enemy team is going for Baron. So I put on a ward, and I just stay around, hoping to be able to grab pick up the dragon with the ultimate. I do die for it though, but we take another turret, and it's definitely worth, as Keston is saying. So when playing against Hecarim, you really do not want to focus dragon. You really want to take down Hecarim before moving to take dragon, because Hecarim has a fear combined with his ult, and if he uses his ult on the jungler, he is able to get a time slot of about 0.2, 0.5 seconds where he can smite steal dragon. So Hecarim especially is not a hero you want to be dragon fighting against. So I picked up dragon kill, I died for it, and we pick up 2 towers top lane. So overall, for just losing 3 people, that's not a very bad trade. Bottom lane, however, is still behind, and I will need to be focusing the lane a lot, but I haven't seen a really good engagement yet, possibility. First time I had a good possibility, Varus was able to quickly flash out. So I do notice that there's a fight going down on the bottom, and I move towards bottom lane. However, I move past Lux, showing myself, meaning they're either going to run away, or they are going to fight us together. However, I am quickly able to put a lot of damage down on the bottom lane. Not enough, unfortunately, and right now I gather around my team, hoping to flee away. So pick up another item, and we're able to quickly burst down Lux. And right now it's 4 versus 4. However, it seems like so I'm not really sure if that was worth it. However, nothing to be done about it. Pick up another ward, and ping Jace that his wave is stopped. The turret picks up an Aegis of the Legion, and right now we're losing a lot of ground on the enemy team. They have a pretty tanky team with a lot of engage, and Lux and Varus will definitely be able to stay in the back line and do a ton of hurt.
I do not rest.
So right now my main priority is to make sure I'm doing as much as possible to leave pressure on bot lane, and in doing so I try and take down Varus. I get slowed, snared, so they use the ultimate on me, and I move towards the mid lane where I see Lux is probably in this bush or went into our jungle, I mean, and we're just 3 people, so we really shouldn't be engaging this. So instead I move towards mid lane and try to push the wave into the enemy tower. Jarvan is here, however, meaning there's not really a chance to push any towers. So I move back towards the jungle, ping them to go towards the turret, and Cassidy is trying to engage on Nidalee. However, chances are that she saw this coming a long way ago and that she probably moved back. So Cassidy is top, meaning we can't really force an engage here. So instead I just use my E to push back Trundle while he tries to engage on Jace. So we get Cassidy to call a play, and I just move around the side, hoping to get down the enemy team. I die for it though, my team will probably be able to pick up an extra kill. And right now we're going 4-4-1, I think. And we're able to pick up another turret. We just ace a team for just 2 deaths, and we will probably be taking either 1 or 2 turrets. So definitely worth. Right now I just want to get some armor, Brazier Shroud, so this is definitely a really good item on Hecarim, as it really enlarges his damage a lot. So normally on Hecarim I would be building a bit differently. I would not build the Kindle Gem. However, seeing as they have an enemy Lux who is quite fat, I opted to go for Spirit Visage, hoping that the extra magic resistance will help me stay in fight longer. Normally on Hecarim I build a lot of armor, just because the Iceborne Gauntlet gives you a lot of armor, and it's definitely a very nice item. I notice the Trundle is top lane, so I ping for my team to help me on Dragon, but apparently they wanted to get blue buff first, which is fine. However, I take some damage for it. Put down the smite just to be sure, move towards mid lane, notice that there are at least 4 people, and pop the E, hoping not having to use my ultimate. My ultimate is very strong against large groups of people. And Lux probably had no flash, as we had just had an engagement where she had to run. So I noticed that we're fighting, move around, ultimate, pull back, and just provide some pressure, pushing up the lane towards the enemy tower. So we take 3 kills against 0 losses. I noticed that Varus is bot lane, so we can push through on the inhibitor. When we push through on the inhibitor, it really means that we get a very large advantage, as the mid lane will now always be pushing towards the enemy side. So I quickly ping enemy team to go back as there are no longer any objectives to be made. I get a call for Baron. I'm not really sure if it's smart.
Send me to battle.
And Jace is still in
Been slain.
the enemy base, dies against Lux. Not really surprised about it. He kind of overstayed his welcome. And to be honest, if you have a very good engage as we had just now, you should just take whatever you can without pushing your advantage too much. He overstayed, got killed for it, and now the enemy decides to push. I noticed that my turret is about half health, and none of my teammates are close, so I decided not to pursue the enemy team. I probably could have gotten some damage down, however I'm afraid I would not have been able to put out enough damage, so we lose a bit, but it's definitely better for us. So I'm able to ultimate in the middle of the enemy team, putting Lux out of danger. We get the one kill, turn it into a bit of an extra damage against Trundle, take down Trundle as well, and now there is a call to go for Ferris. Cassidy definitely is stronger, and I call for going into the enemy into the booster because that's the most likely place for him to go. So he flashes, gets insta-kipped by Cassidy, or not insta-kipped, but definitely dies. And I decide to push top lane. Top lane still has the first tower alive, and currently there's a lot of fighting going on in the enemy base. So definitely a chance for us to put a lot of damage down and perhaps take one or two turrets. I'm getting quite low on HP, however I still have enough mana for my ultimate, so if I get attacked by someone, which is a pretty small chance, I'll be able to use my ultimate to get away and probably use my E afterwards to get even further. So luckily one of the minions walks in front of the spear against Nidalee, and I quickly back off after putting around 20% on the enemy turret. Not too much, but we were able to take down the first turret. And I moved towards my base because I now have 2500, allowing me to buy my Iceborne Gauntlet, Spirit Visage, and 400 gold. I decided to take an Oracle's Elixirs. I'm picking an Oracle's Elixir just because right now Baron is definitely an option. And I want to be able to clear Baron Pit of any wards. Taking Oracle's Elixirs will definitely improve our odds of defending Dragon Pit. So Jace is dead, Castellan is pretty low, and Ezreal is a bit overextended. And I just want to walk toward Baron Pit to walk over the trap, clear Baron Pit. So I know this blue buff is up, and I quickly move towards it. Jace makes a call that he would like to have the blue buff, which is fine by me as I have a lot of mana right now. And quickly he takes the next blue buff. Lux uses the ultimate to clear the wave a bit. I'm not sure if it's really the best idea just because she loses a lot of damage for it. Lux, her ultimate is very strong, and with it she is definitely able to outsmite most junglers. So right now we're fighting in the enemy base. I'm not really sure if we're having a very decent engage, and because I have the Baron buff, because I have the Oracle's Elixir, I do not want to pursue. The team, however, gets caught out a bit. And I decide to quickly go back. I could have stayed, probably. But that would have most likely have cost me my life. So most likely the ultimate of Lux is getting up very soon. So Cassian should probably have walked a bit further. I glance at the enemy team and I notice that they're not really pursuing a lot, so currently modest color. We'll see. I'll handle that later. So right now we don't have vision on Baron, but the chances aren't too high that they're doing it. So I don't want to use Smite on red buff just because if needed I can ultimate de-steal the enemy buff. So they take down Dragon, I put a ward on Baron, allowing us to get control over the game. I get focused down a bit by Draven, who is actually pretty strong against tanky persons, and I notice that they clear the enemy wards, and I make a call for Baron. We have vision, so right now I just want to be able to clear this, and I move back towards the team. The team decided to engage without me and go to 1 for 2 in it. Right now I just want to move back towards the tower. If we can get around here without problems, they definitely won't be able to stop it. It takes too much damage. However, Tarek gets focused down and so right now we're kind of trolling a bit. Just because the enemy team of our team tries to engage again and again on times where they shouldn't. But nothing's lost yet. Pick up some extra health just because I want to be able to tank the front line. And I move back towards Cassidy. We can still win this, we're quite equal in kills, we're ahead in turrets. We have more buffs than them, so I would say that gold wise it's pretty equal. And I do believe that we actually have a pretty strong team, so not really worried yet. However, if we keep making dumb engages, then it's definitely going to cost us. I do, however, kinda want to check down on Baron, and I do think it's definitely... Oh damn it. Just before I'm able to clear it, my Oracle's Elixir expires, and we're going to have... No! You're going to die. Creeps, watch out, watch out. So, I notice there's a big chance of a fight coming on. We have better sustain in the form of Tarek. Millie is also a pretty decent healer. However, Tarek also brings a lot of tankiness. So, all in all, I do think we have a pretty decent chance of winning this team fight. And we really want Azrael and Tarek to put out some harass. So right now we're just dancing a bit around Baron, or at least mid lane, but definitely Baron is in everyone's mind. And because we have minions pushing towards the enemy base, we just want to move forward a bit. So, I'm not really sure if we want to move forward on this, but we could definitely take the inhibitor. So, ultimate of Ferris is used without a lot of damage, and I just move my ultimate into the front line, not allowing them to push forward. So, we take down 3 kills.
Has been slain.
And we're probably able to do a lot of damage. So I'm able to quickly kill Trundle, even though he brings a lot of damage to the table. So we ace him, and that probably means GG just because the bottom lane is also pushed inwards. I take down the top inhibitor, even though we've already won this game. So GG, well played. Nice game. Well, I definitely could have played better, I think. However, I was able to get a lot of kills on Cassidy. Cassidy was able to roam, and by that we eventually managed to double down on an enemy. So if I look at myself, I have 4 kills, 14 assists. I have a pretty offensive build with Spirit Visage for sustain, Iceborne Gauntlet for some extra armor, and of course the Spellblade. I was now buying Giant's Belt, which is actually a pretty versatile item which you can use to either go into I forgot the names. Never mind. So GG, good game. Kesselin apparently is too drunk at 9 o'clock in the evening, and yeah, I think I'm going to find something to eat, and thank you for watching, and see you later.